Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Orange Weekly Backstage show, where if you haven't seen this before, we just sit back, relax, talk about anything. The rules are made up and the points don't matter if you want to think about it that way. We can talk about the Broncos. We can talk about other random stuff, which is probably what we're really going to do. But we do this for you all. So I got David here, and David is just he's just lovely, as always.
I mean, I'm here. I'm barely here right now.
Hey, but you're here. It's something.
I suppose it's it's 8:15. I'm wondering if I'll be in bed by 8:45. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see kind of how things kind of churn out,
How
But
about you, Ayla? What time are you looking forward to getting to bed tonight?
Well, it's only 7:15 here. I'm on Pacific Northwest time, so
Y'all in your Pacific time zone are living that life, I'll tell you.
yeah, maybe 5 minutes.
Yeah, sounds good to me. No, that's about what I'm looking at too.
Oh,
Yeah, Jared
God.
always
Jared, he's like, I'm gonna be there.
Right. Well, that's it.
Okay.
Jared likes to record the podcast at a time that's the pregame podcast at a time that's very convenient for him, which is like 8:30 Pacific time, but that usually ends up being more like 9:30 my time, and that's rough for an old man. I don't know. That's a tough one every week, but we do it for you, the fans, because we love you and we know how dedicated of listeners that you are to that pregame podcast. So
this is true. And you got
There's
the
my
man, the myth, the
brother!
legend, the one, the only Casey
Dude,
Phillips.
did he bring out an extra jersey for this? I feel like you just had 4 in the other show. Like,
No, there were 5. Yeah.
okay.
I thought I threw up a couple of the odder one. Obviously not the Elway.
More odd.
I wore Milburn to the game, and I mean I bought that in '92, and every time I wear, people are just like, I cannot believe you have a Glenn Milburn jersey. I've never seen another one. It's probably my favorite, but Dorsett. Then my personalized Casey Phillips one, and Lyle.
Oh, like, speaking of personalized.
She's got the Ayla jersey on.
Why aren't you wearing the Kevdian jersey?
Because I wore it last week.
She wanted
Yeah,
to wear
but-
the jersey of somebody good.
Oh, I can't argue with that.
Mhm.
I just can't.
Yeah.
No, it's actually nothing to do with you, Kev. It's because Broncos wore Navy this week. So I
Oh,
had to wear
it's
my
not
Navy
you. It's
jersey.
it's not me.
It's not you.
It's not even.
my-
It's not me. It's
not
you.
It's not you. It's my selection.
It's not you. It's the color.
It's
Mm, that's
I'm
easier
kind of
to
that
buy
girl.
for sure.
I'm kind of that weirdo who's
Mm.
like, I'm gonna match the team. Me.
No, I got you.
It's
And that's
No,
valid.
but Case helped me with my Gerald Wilhite jersey, and that one was super sick. Even though we didn't win the game that I went to last year, like, so many people were just like, "Oh, you have a Wilhite jersey," it was because Case was like, "No, dude, look this up on eBay," and I was like, "Do, buy it, yes, please."
Nice.
Like I thought I had to, because I had been looking for a Will Hyde jersey forever, and I finally just was like, I'm never gonna find one like my size, and so I had one like custom made, and then maybe a month later find one that's like Ayla size. I was like, Ayla, you should probably get this.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, and I know I said it on the show, but like Gerald himself liked it, swiped it,
Yeah.
DM'd me, was just like, "That's a cool
Nice.
jersey." I was like, "Well, thanks
No.
to you." And he's like, "I'm glad fans are fans." And I was like, "This whole thing."
Jeez.
You know
Well,
me.
My jersey
Casey.
addiction is divorce
Oh.
worthy.
Yeah, mine's getting there. Mine's getting there for sure.
Yeah, it's
Um,
disgusting. I love, like,
No.
it is one of my favorite things in the world, but like
Yeah.
it's disgusting.
Yeah, no, I gotcha. I just got to find a way to, like you have, display them so they're not just all sitting in the, the closet or whatnot. So,
just don't have kids, Kev. Then you just like can buy all the jerseys, have all the displays that you want. It's really like
Feeding my kid
less-
or buying another jersey.
Well, if you don't have kids, you don't have to worry about that. Your carbon footprint is way less.
But then
You're
I'm
actually
creating
doing the
another
world
Bronco fan. No, I'm doing the world a favor
Are
by
you,
creating
though?
another Bronco fan.
How
What
can
if
you guarantee
I'm
they're going to
concerned I'm concerned by how strongly you're trying to talk me out of having kids.
What if
Yeah,
they end
I
up
don't
being
think
a secret
anybody
Chiefs
else should
fan?
have kids.
Do
I was
you, do you see me as one of those like, oh, that person should not procreate? Because that's the vibe I'm getting here.
No, I think everybody should stop procreating. I'm just like, if we could tie everybody's tubes, I'd do it. I wouldn't even have kids if I didn't get duped into it.
They hate it.
Double crossed, you might say.
Double crossed.
Double crossed. I was double crossed.
Well, Casey, I need to find out because anybody who is on the show has to answer this question. It's kind of like the initiation, right? I'm sure Ayla's maybe mentioned it to you or you've seen it on the shows before, but we need you to pick a side between team puffball, or
they're
team
talking about
visor, team visor. Yeah.
Or we have my category, which is
it's not really a category.
whatever fucking hat you want to wear.
It's not a category.
I'll go through all three. What was the first two?
Team puff. It's a puffball. Like
Hold
That's
on.
girl
David.
kind
That's
of
David.
knit
That's David.
hats.
Hold on.
Uh-huh.
Like
That's
the
David.
knit wool hats, but the girls wear the puffball on top.
It's
Or-
not. He has winter hats. It's just called winter hat.
You mean just the beanie with or without the puffball?
No, with the puffball. Yeah.
It's a stylish headgear choice any way you slice it. I mean, look at that.
I have that same hat, my brother.
You see? It's a glorious hat. Now,
I like the puffball.
aha!
Ah,
Do
Casey.
you,
Another
one.
do you wear visors? Do you
always
wear
have.
visors?
What? Say again.
The other team that they have created for this is visors.
Have you ever worn a visor, Casey?
I have, but
Okay.
it was maybe for a 6-month period when I was 22 years old.
So you grew out of it. That's interesting. Yes.
Pretty quickly.
Yeah, I would say that's fair. I would say
I also have a bald spot, so that doesn't bode well for.
Oh, well.
reasonable enough.
So that's why. But otherwise, you'd be team
wow.
visor.
Now hold on. That came up like fifth amongst the reasons that he doesn't want a visor. That he's not on team visor. All right.
No,
Kev.
that's the
Hold on.
medically accepted reason.
Okay.
I have
Okay.
nothing against the visor. I'll
He's
put it
also
that way.
probably just as tall as David is.
Oh.
So the blood flow to the top
I do
plus
have
10 years. Like
It's more
Yes.
the sunburn now, and I have
Fair.
fried.
He does
the
have
top of
really
my
white
head when I
skin,
went
too.
golfing and
Yeah.
did let's have some beers. Oh my god, the top of my head is on fire. Like
So now here's a question for you, Kev. Does it feel good to continue to just try to ask people
does.
this question and
Because
just get the wrong
we are going
answer
to hit our stride,
every
Okay.
time?
and
Like-
we're just going
I-
to demolish you.
The last
I like
10
it.
people in a row you've asked this question have been Team Puffball, and yet you keep trying to show me up, and it keeps going
Well-
so badly for you.
And I'll be honest, part of it is the fact that I was team puffball,
Mm.
and you treated me so badly
I did.
that I
did.
felt like I needed to leave the
Yeah.
abusive relationship I was in
All of
to
this
go
happened.
to Team Visor, where
All
they
of
have
this
treated
happened.
me almost wonderfully.
no, they haven't.
the-
Get out of here. Jared doesn't
Now-
treat you wonderfully.
Jared
Get
does-
out of here.
Jared
No,
doesn't
he
treat you any
doesn't.
better than I did.
No.
I just have to say,
That's true.
Kevin, it's not personal. but
You're
I
just less hot in a visor.
Like I think Team Puffball wouldn't. I don't know if it would have flourished the same way had you been on board. And I don't think that's a comment against your leadership or what you bring to a team. I just think that I had to be able to go it my own way, like do it on my own.
Team
And
Puffball wouldn't have been the same with
right,
You know, as HR, I can smell bullshit pretty easily, and you're creating some good stuff right now.
Thank you. No, I'm trying pretty hard. So. Woo.
Oh my god, that was good.
This is why I'm team wear whatever hat I feel like. I'm team scrunchie today. Do you know this lucky scrunchie actually won us the game? Like,
Is that what it was?
I made sure to put it in and wear the same color as the team. I did all my little weird rituals. I tucked my chain in, like I was humble at work.
Yeah.
I did all the
Yeah.
little things.
Rich,
Yep.
I was trying to really not use those words. I was
Ugh.
trying to convey that sentiment, but with
did.
nicer words.
You did.
Without the verbiage you use.
Right.
The pain is real. It may not look like it on my face, but the pain is real.
I understand.
And I have to carry that with me, David.
Well, and I think honestly,
Yeah.
I think a big part of that is the
tears.
pain of knowing that you had to leave the objectively better team as far as headgear goes. Like it's not.
And he still goes back to a real hat. He never even actually puts on a visor.
I find that
he's such a
interesting as well.
poser.
Yeah,
He's such
no.
a poser. He never even puts on a visor. He's like, I'm team
here.
visor, but I'm going to wear a hat every time.
It's in my car, okay? Oh, man. You guys are killing me. Hey, but you know what? I'm going to have Raycon earbuds before any of y'all. Okay?
No, not when I get a hold of them and I tell them, like, sorry, I think you're sponsoring my podcast and I need them.
What if I find some at Best Buy tomorrow and I just buy them from the store?
You won't. You won't.
I mean, I
because
won't.
you
I
can't
don't
use the code that'll get you 15% off.
That's true. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to the Best Buy counter and say, "Can I ask you in your computer? Look in your computer to see if code TPPN15 will work. Just look in the computer, please." And
what if it
look,
doesn't? Right. And he's just been making this up the whole time.
I tried it. It worked. Okay.
Say anything with confidence, so you know you can get away with
it.
stuff.
It's true. It's very true. As long as you act like you know what you're doing, nobody's gonna bother you. It's when you start like looking around, when you're like looking around or scrunching your eyes, what
matter of fact,
going on,
I'm just gonna tell them my podcast is sponsored by this company, so I'm just gonna take these.
Oh,
I want to know how that goes.
Yeah, and they'll be like, okay, later.
Hopefully your bail is like $500 or less because that's all we have here at Orange Weekly.
That's fair.
We're actually sponsored by them though, right, Kev? Like you're not just like BSing these advertisements that we can easily record ahead of time and you guys still do them live.
Yep.
Well, David, luckily, I'm sponsored by Bobby Brown Bail Bond, so I mean, we knocked this down to
there you go.
500.
Bobby Brown.
I'm sponsored by Michelle Graff Jewelry.
That's Dog the Bounty Hunter's friend, isn't it? Yeah, there you go.
He's an interesting guy.
Louisa Graff. I'm sorry, I messed that one up.
Well, Ayla, to your point, I'm always surprised that Jared does a live ad read during the pregame podcast, which is not aired live. So we could easily just do that ad read whenever we wanted, and we don't do it at the top of the show just to have it done with. We go because obviously it's then it saves Jared a whole 10 minutes in the editing room.
It does.
Yeah, when he doesn't have to then drop it into the show later. So I guess that's
it's tough work.
We all live to save Jared 10 minutes. That's
He obviously needs it because he's already 27 minutes late now. He's like, I'm going to come to the post-game show. Sure, Jared. We all believe you. Tell Maricela that I don't believe you.
Burn. In fact, you whip out your phone and tell her yourself.
I will. Maricela, tell your freaking husband to get here. Maricela. Where's Jared?
There you go, Rich. Absolutely.
Richie. Yeah, Richie.
David, I think you would get across to them a lot faster than I will.
Well, that might be true, but I also don't. What's the word I'm looking for? Fear. I fear Maricela, and I don't want to get on her bad side. So.
Well, you also are like husband to the power of 2.
Something like that. Yeah. Uh-huh. There's an arrangement.
Okay.
There's an arrangement.
Isn't it twice removed?
Yeah, something like that, right? Yeah. Jeez.
So
I'll find out.
Hey, Ayla, I did want to ask you,
Case.
because you've been with me at super loud games at Old Mile High and the new one. It certainly seemed, because I know Ayla was at the game in Seattle, it seemed like it was at a feverish
Different level.
at that stadium. I mean, it even on TV you could tell that whole building was full of electricity.
No, it was so loud, and I was trying to be quiet, and then I went for it, and we even had
thoughts about that bail bond shit.
we had somebody on the show watching it 2 weeks ago, and what was his last name? It started with O.
I can't remember. Yeah.
Oh gosh. And he's like, oh no, I heard you screaming from section one. Oh, Boggins, yes.
Yeah. Well, you're like I was in section 113 and screaming my head off, and he goes, I was in section 113. I think I heard you.
I heard you because I did my usual thing. And we had like 4 Bronco guys sitting in front of us. Mom was making friends with the 2 Seattle guys next to us. I had aisle seats because I was ready to dance. And, I still did anyways. But like, I did my like wild banshee screaming at that stadium. And it was still nothing. It was nothing. Besides Boggins, that like I'm glad he heard it. I'm seriously glad at least one of our
one person, yeah.
I mean,
no, I'm sure. No, a lot of people heard it, and it was
right.
That's what I do, and I was like willing to stay quiet, but I couldn't. Between their noise, I wasn't going to do it. I couldn't.
That's fair.
I had to just do us as hard as I could, and I tried.
That's a fan. I
was probably that annoying girl that people still remember. Like if Boggins was here and like it mentioned it, like other people remember it too. Like I screamed my face off. I've never lost my voice in my entire life. Never. Wow. I screamed my face off there because they were so loud.
Yeah.
And I do the same thing at the Broncos games. You know that. We've been there together. Like I'm always gonna.
I mean, it was just such a culmination of opening.
Okay. So what I got with that game? What I got with that game is exactly what I used to see with Peyton Manning when he would get the gray dead eyes and then we would lose. It was exactly the same thing. And I know you guys might call this a weird girl thing to notice of like, it has nothing to do with stats or talent or anything else. It's like a weird woman thing. You look at them, especially with the HDTV and like what they're doing. And these men on the games that they would lose had gray dead eyes. Peyton did it and Russ had it that night. There was nothing there. He did not do his ultimate thing. I'm not going to say more than that. I'll plead the fifth.
Right.
If we want to talk about it further than that, I don't care. But like, I've watched those 2 quarterbacks formative in my 20s and 30s now. Where I watched their actual like tenacity, and you see them not be themselves. Maybe it was Seattle, maybe it was some other reasons. He was like dead gray eyes. He didn't smile. He wasn't like, I don't know how else to describe it. But Peyton used to do the same thing too.
It didn't like break him down, but you could tell it was a.
He was just drained.
It didn't shut his brain off or anything, but you could. That's why I wanted to ask, because I mean,
or he just wanted to give them that one, like because everybody here in Washington State's like, I don't even care for 1-16. At least we beat the Broncos.
Yep.
Get out of here. Like, nobody else says that. Like, they're super happy that they won that one.
And I called
game.
it. Ayla, you heard me. David, you heard me. I called it. I said that's the attitude that Seattle's going to have going into this game. And if they were to win, that's what they would carry with them for the rest of the year.
I didn't feel
knew
like
it exactly.
I didn't feel like our whole
By the
I didn't
time
feel
it's
like our
November,
whole team
we're going to brush
tried
that
that
loss
hard.
off.
I didn't feel like
Well,
our
but that's
whole
the thing.
team tried that hard that day.
That loss is going to be nothing by November and December. You know, by the time our offense starts clicking, nobody's going to be talking about
Oh
that.
yeah, like
Except Seattle.
Yeah, except that's no,
But we
exactly.
beat the
Nobody
Broncos
from
in
Denver.
The first game of the season.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Go. We got. You know, you're gonna go to Cabo. We have
he
playoffs
had
to worry
he
about,
had the
you know.
dead eyes, and he was not in it. He didn't.
I can't
It
imagine
was
playing
not-
in
it
that
was not a
environment
regular
with a
run.
new team
Even
for
if
the
he was
first time.
clicking with her, gelling with her whole offense, it was not him. He
Right.
was not there. I don't know. And I've seen Peyton Manning do it before. That's all I can say on like a judgment part of like a woman
Sure.
intuition kind of thing. I've
Right.
seen it. He was not
interesting.
like
Mm-hmm.
he wasn't there.
Yeah, you
Look,
could
we all
tell
have off
even
days.
over the TV. It was so like it was super intense. Just like holy.
Like they can't hear each other. You know.
It like anyone that's been to an NFL game, it like was like, good lord, that
Yeah.
it is popping there, and it really, I mean, like I said, the culmination of primetime game, start of the season, Russ back to see it. It couldn't have been more hyped
Yeah.
up, for good reason, not just
Right.
BS of NFL trying to sell stuff. It was genuinely
Yeah.
a good storyline.
Right.
And they line those games up, you know, that's why it's a business too. But
Oh, sure.
you know, for Russ to like whatever he had to do, play his actual first game, no preseason games, like come out to my old stadium doing this thing. And there was so many people with like their Trader jerseys and which is weird because when they whooped our ass in the Super Bowl, I met so many Seahawks fans that were super humble and nice. So for them this year to like kind of turn to cocky assholes, I was just like, this isn't what you guys did before. And like, I don't know. Did McManus? No, he just missed one. And no, that was too far of a kick for him to miss. I mean, sea level, if you feel the air in Seattle, it's not like Denver. Like you can't make a 64 yard kick. Like it's not Denver air. He didn't have those eyes. He had the pride and the like want to make it happen, but like literally there's like air droplets that are different.
Yeah, and again, he had the distance.
It had
the distance. It was just hooked just a little too much. I know, but it's one thing to be like, oh, he was 10 yards short. Right. No, it doesn't matter. But the good thing is he had the distance for it.
Of course. And we know, I mean, after Prater left, he's done his due diligence, and that's why he's McMoney. He didn't have those eyes. No. This weekend, a little sad that he didn't make that, 50-yarder? Yeah. Where was it from? But
yeah, 50-something.
No, I didn't.
And I didn't see what happened. From my angle, I can't really tell when they missed. So did he just hook it by a little bit or what?
It was decently far off. It was
what
right.
happened was he kicked the ball. It went far enough, but it didn't go
hit.
in between the two yellow
rings.
I thought McManus was the guy who throws the ball.
See, that's where we're disconnected. That's where we found the disconnect.
Which one's that?
He's on your advisor team.
That's the halfback.
Good luck.
Yeah, that's the inside linebacker.
Oh, but we don't have any of those. I thought we didn't have any of those.
I know,
Kevin,
right?
Kevin, your improv classes are not paying off right now.
Well, it's because we have, yeah, exactly. We just got to do more ad reads, and that'll help with my improv.
We still haven't allowed 100-yard rusher this season, but tell me, Jared, more about the inside linebackers and how bad.
The funny thing, Jared, is normally David gets that reaction from you, not me.
Jewel played great. Yeah, Josie Jewell having Josie Jewell back was great.
The one play where Debo smoked him, and Other than that, he really played pretty well.
Yeah.
I was happy to see him back. And I'm not the biggest Josie Jewell fan, but watching the entirety of the game, besides the one, and I mean, Debo's going to smoke any linebacker with what defense we had called. Okay, Jewell, you got one-on-one on a wheel route.
Yeah.
No one.
Yeah, good luck with that. Yeah.
You know?
So, and I want to get Jared's thoughts because, Jared, they played a lot of 5-1 fronts during the game, and it seemed like they had a decent amount of success with that. So, what about where's the inside linebacker's importance?
Well, I mean, the fact that they had 6.3 yards per carry on the ground.
No. Let's try that again. They had 4.6 yards per carry on the ground.
Okay, their backup running back,
out-
Jeff Wilson.
Uh-huh.
Jeff Wilson had 6.3 yards per carry.
You're right. With a long of 37, so he had one run of 37 yards. If you take the
Right.
one run of 37
Which,
yards,
if we would have had inside linebacker depth,
Do you have
would
your
not have
abacus
happened.
for this?
yeah,
Because
I'm getting out the
do
abacus right now. So
37 divided by the 4 point.
I can't change it, David. It keeps
Half of
saying the
these
same
yards.
thing
half of
over and over again. No matter what I say, it's gonna keep coming back to.
I was
That's
using my
user
watch the whole time.
That's user error there, Jared. You're not quite. Anyway.
Sorry,
Well, I gotta
I'll fix it.
There, much better.
David, what did you guys think of Singleton? Because I out of the
He's
games, I watched him and I'm like,
He's a
who
great
do you
special
know?
teams linebacker.
Yeah, absolutely. He's been great, but like that first game, just because I didn't know he was coming in, I was just okay. Let me kind of take a look at this guy, and he just he was missing tackles, and just
A lot of people were in that first game. Yeah.
No, absolutely. But it just
But,
seemed
yeah.
like he looked a little bit like just a touch out of his element. I was happy
Right.
to see Josie Jewell back. I do like. I think you said that perfectly. He's a beautiful special teams linebacker.
That's it. I mean, that's the thing. Nobody in the league runs 3 deep at inside linebacker. It's not a thing. So when you have your second string guy in there, it's not going to look the same. But now we've got the first string in there, and it's fine.
Yeah, I was real happy with Josie. I thought he played.
And it's
well.
fine.
It's fine, Jared.
Jared, you weren't real big on our inside linebacker play?
I love Josie Jewell.
They battle it real hard.
I love Josie Jewell. My problem is the depth at linebacker drops off at Josie Jewell.
See, Jonas Griffith has a better PFF grade than Josie Jewell does right now.
But Josie only played one game. Right?
You can't trust PFF, dude. PFF graded.
PFF.
No, hold on. PFF graded Pat Surtain as one of the worst corners after week 1. You remember that?
Right. I remember that. And PFF grades are not the end all of the conversation. But Jonas Griffith is playing really well. And if you're not, you're just not watching him, it doesn't mean that he's not playing well.
We'll agree to disagree.
That's fine.
Agree to
You can be
disagree.
wrong.
I think we have a great defense.
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm saying is our depth at linebacker is going to become a problem.
That's great. It's fine. There's just not that many teams in the league that run 3 deep at inside linebacker.
We don't need 3 deep. We need more than 1 deep.
We have more than 1 deep. We have 2. It's
Okay. You start 2 linebackers.
That's actually math.
So my definition of we need more depth outside of the 2 that we play.
So you want to run 3 deep at linebacker?
So you want 3?
Yes.
No, 3 deep means not starting. Second string is not on the first string. That's how that works.
2, 3.
If you have one string here,
2
that's
starters,
your 2 on the
3.
one string, and then you have
there's
another string.
No team in the league has
The other
3
string is other
inside
people that
quality.
can play
There's
on the
no
first
team
string
in
when the
league
first string
that
2
has
aren't there.
3 starting
And then there's
quality
the
inside linebackers.
Hey, Casey, this is the definition of visor and puffball.
This
This
is
is
it.
why we
I just
have.
wanted to see how long you guys would keep
I'm
going.
just glad I'm here to
This is
contribute.
why we have
This
visor
is
and
what I've been
puffball.
needing
Like
in my
these
life.
two guys created the division. They're gonna fight over Jared's wife forever, and they love each other.
So much.
Yes.
Oh,
It's all
but
love.
I expect to hear more
Worth
about
work-
this
worth
on the
working
podcast.
for, and I respect that.
Here you go.
No,
Rich
I
is here to
I
help.
could use a touch more depth at linebacker. I'm with Jared
Yeah.
on that.
this is all. It's not. It would be nice to run. It would be nice to have a legit backup at every position. It would be nice to have a backup that could step in and start at every position. But
Yeah,
the
but
fact
you only get 69 players per team, so
nice. But yeah, exactly.
New rule
that was for you,
implemented
Jared.
this
That
year.
was for you.
Says it's right.
Yep.
Good to go.
Abacus
Anyway,
math works on
Math
this.
adds up.
We saw the inside linebacker depth get tested already when Singleton had to go in because Jewell couldn't play the first two games, and they were fine. Like they were fine. What are we talking about here? Where's the evidence that the Broncos will suffer?
We're playing.
That's
yeah,
it.
but look who we were playing.
Yeah, great. I haven't seen any tangible evidence to see that the Broncos will suffer as a defense if their one of their starting inside linebackers goes down.
Let's
hasn't
look
been
at the
shown.
running backs we played in the first 3 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, okay. First of all, Rashad Penny is not a scrub. Damian
it
Pierce.
wasn't egregious. It wasn't.
Yeah, right.
You
Okay, that's
oh
fine.
my God, but I think a little bit of it might have been that critical football watching we were talking about. It, not many people are just going to focus on one player for a series just to see what he's doing. But I just happened to do that with Singleton, probably on his worst series, and I was like, "Oh God, who is this kid?" And it wasn't like egregious. It was just like, why is this kid
Right.
starting at middle linebacker? Like,
Well,
I just show me when it's been a problem.
Rashad
Yeah,
Williams,
let me.
Damon
inside
Pierce.
linebackers,
for sure.
high impact position. They are likely to get hurt. You need to get a legit backup to complete in the NFL.
So
Did you make
a running back that was so considered not a running back that they decided to start Deebo Samuel at running back, got 6.3 yards per carry on us.
Yeah, okay, again, if you take out his long run of 37, he had 3.4
But you
yards
can't
per
take
carry.
out David. You were a stats guy. You can't take out the long runs. That's
You're
like
right.
saying Russell Wilson
can't,
didn't miss
but you
any
saw-
plays.
But you also have
And
to
then-
admit a long run skews a stat, especially a stat like average yards per carry.
Damon Pierce, whoever that is, got 80 yards on us. Yeah, and then
and-
let's see.
Yeah, but
And
how
then
many
Rashad
points did
Penny-
they? But how many points did they score total? Again,
Mhm.
we're still like in the top 4 in the NFL of points allowed within the first 3 games. Like,
We're not
So
talking
what?
about the defense as a whole. We're talking
that-
about the
but
inside
that's-
linebackers.
okay,
Right,
but
but so
like one plays are going to happen here and there, like, and that. But
How is the inside
unless it amounts to something bigger than that, who the fuck cares?
That's it. How is the inside linebacker depth negatively affecting the defense as a whole? How is it actually doing it? Not how might it hypothetically do it in the future?
I never said hypothetically. I just said we let 3 scrub running backs
Only
run
3.
up the middle.
Yeah, okay.
Run up
they
the
ran
middle.
up-
And
because
all those
they were
rushes,
covering-
all those rushes
because
are
they-
up the
because
middle.
they-
None of them are on the
because they were
outside because we
covering
have
everybody
help on the
else.
outside.
So what?
Because they were
I swear
covering
to God.
everybody else.
So-
That was
You
the whole
tell me,
point
you
of the
told
game.
David, you told me to give you legit evidence. All of those runs, all of the
Mhm.
runs have been up the middle.
Wouldn't-
All of those
but-
yards have been up the middle.
but
Nothing on the
wouldn't
outside
you-
because we have great defense on the other sides of the ball. The one weak spot is the inside linebacker. I never said it. I never said the defense was bad. Okay, I get like they haven't scored a lot of points. I never said that. Let's make that clear. Our defense is great. I said that the inside linebacker is a liability.
So
And it's because of those inside runs, those big breaks, those whatever. And
they
yeah, I'm
score
I'm
off
sorry
of
that
it?
the 14th
score off
string
of it?
running back for freaking San Francisco didn't score off of his 30-yard run because we had the speed to catch him.
Right,
But what
did
I'm
they
saying is
score- but
you
did
put
they
him up
score
against
off of
any
it?
real running back, any real running back in this league, a starting caliber running back. We are going to get destroyed up the middle.
So
Okay,
what?
But maybe this is the time. These are their pre-games too, and
What do you
so
mean,
they've
so what?
seen it
I don't
now.
understand.
So they've
You can't just
Jared,
say so what.
Jared, they've listened to the podcast and they're gonna learn now because you've told them over and over,
Exactly.
and they are going to
Ayla
hear
gets it.
I'm telling you, wait till we go up against a real offensive line and a real
gets it.
running
We
back. We're
will,
gonna get
and they
so-
will have heard the podcast, and they're
Well,
going to do their due diligence to make it better now because
And
you've
we've
brought it
already
up.
been screwed over the middle.
And-
We've already been screwed over the middle.
But they haven't.
Well, and at the very beginning of the season.
So let's say they've been screwed over the middle. Let's admit that point. What has it led to? What problems has it led to for the team? Because we've been giving up yards over the middle.
David, I'm not saying that the team isn't doing well. I don't think you're missing the point here.
No, I am not missing the point. I'm asking
You're completely blowing this
I'm-
off. You're saying because I said there's a weak spot on our defense that our defense sucks. I'm not saying that.
It's not what I'm saying
I'm
you
saying
say.
there's a weak spot on our defense.
Right.
There is a weak spot on our defense.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of our defense is making up for it, which is why our secondary has so many freaking tackles. And against a real team with a real line and a running back, we are going to get smoked
How do you think
on
it's
the
gonna,
inside.
Well, I'm not going to give up too much with pregame podcasts, but what do you see with the Raiders, Jared? Give it to us.
They don't have the line.
There's no real inside line there. And
Yeah, they
really
don't have
no-
the line.
and they have
Our
Josh
defensive
Jacobs,
line,
which
our
is-
defensive line is going to absolutely dominate.
So
our
should
offensive
we
line.
all
It's not-
get tickets?
It's not even going to get to
Vegas?
linebacker.
So should we all get tickets to Vegas right now and just at least
wish
go
I could.
watch the game?
I wish I could.
Let's go.
Let's
Let's
get
go.
a
I
wealthy
wish I
benefactor.
could. I can't.
Let's get. We're gonna call up.
Whose
what's the
Lonely
year-
Fans accounts is going to donate us enough money?
Let's get DraftKings on the phone. Let's get the earbuds.
My
company on the phone.
OnlyFans is like
Let's get
negative
Raycon.
$30.
Where's
Like,
Raycon?
We
Get
just
your
wanna
gel
tell-
I
tips
weirdly-
to Vegas.
Are
We want
gelling?
to tell them we need 6 airline tickets. We need 6 pairs of the Raycon gel buds.
And gel buds. I will gel you so hard.
I
We
will
need
tell
to-
you
For,
so
for
hard.
the good of the Broncos, I can get on board with this.
Okay,
Yeah.
there you
And
go.
we're gonna go, and that's it.
Mm.
Unless someone can pay my
Raycon
way,
Vegas
it's not
trip.
this year.
That's what I'm saying. This is why we have sponsors now. This is why we're big
That's-
time.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
Well,
Give
time
it another
sponsors.
7 years.
Raycons, we're making like double time for Raycon here.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
it.
sure. This is true.
We're connecting
Oh,
worlds.
okay.
This is amazing.
Wow. This is the ultimate puffball versus visor. This is why you guys.
This is a good one, Casey. Like, this
Minus
is really neat.
Maricela, this is why you guys are up against each other.
I still
Yeah.
think it's hilarious that we don't even remember what take originally started this whole thing. Like I still
could
can't to
probably
this day
find it,
remember.
but-
I
I
still,
think we
I'll,
just
I'll
like
never.
wearing. I think it was actually what headgear you guys wore.
No, there
No,
was
it had
there was an
absolutely
argument.
nothing to do with
It
headgear.
was a whole different majigger. I don't know what it
Yeah.
was either.
A
But I will
majigger.
say, Jared, I don't know if you watched this part of the backstage show, but Kevin tried to get Casey on the team visor, and it failed.
And
utterly.
he said maybe.
No, there was no
Well,
maybe.
He said I'd never done this since I was 22, and I
He
regret
did.
it.
He said he outgrew
Yeah, so
visors.
I've done it before. I'm open to the idea of maybe someday
not
down the
fucking
road.
I
say
got
that.
nothing against them, but
Mm.
in a one-on-one
See?
matchup,
Right.
I'm probably gonna.
But
you know,
maybe-
the puffball beanie. I've worn those in the summers to Bronco games because I just like a particular hat.
Casey and I actually we have a it's a mixture. It's got a
I was
small
gonna
brim.
ask, what are those technically called?
I don't know what
Yeah.
they're called. It's actually like a
Gentlemen,
winter beanie with a tiny
Gentlemen,
brim
this was
to
from
it.
like Cutler's like rookie season.
It's a brim.
Mhm.
A brim hat. I'm hearing. I'm hearing
Yeah.
from the
Molly,
producers here.
is that Molly?
Your inside
Hi,
sources,
Molly.
yes.
Tell her to
We're
say
hearing-
hi.
Inside sources say.
Look how cute his wife is. Say hi, Molly.
Oh God! I just took my makeup off.
Oh, my.
I took mine off too. It's okay. You're not alone.
Kev took his.
Oh,
off.
you guys want to see no makeup? You guys want to see
Might as well
Molly?
get-
What's happening right now?
Molly.
Hi, Molly.
Hi.
On you. Oh yeah.
No,
Molly.
Molly.
no bra makeup.
Hi.
There she is.
Hi.
What's up?
Wally and Molly.
Hi.
Hi.
Can you blow him kiss, kiss?
Awesome.
Say,
Oh,
go
buddy.
Broncos.
Go Broncos.
Go
Yes.
Broncos. Yes.
Broncos.
He's got it.
Love it.
Yeah, it's
Hey guys, I'm gonna have to head out. I'll see you guys can keep going.
Yeah,
was getting yelled at
I'm
earlier.
probably gonna call it a night too. I could yell at
Is it
Jared
about that time
for a little bit
Okay.
longer. Rich, let's come back to this after that Chiefs game. We'll revisit it. Well, that's
Yeah.
good. It'll give us time to cool off, and Jared
There
and
you
I
go.
will probably yell about it at each other every single week, and we'll
Yeah.
just be in the same
Yeah.
place.
And I'll bring it. I'll make sure to bring it
At
up
least twice
just
a
to
week.
make
At
sure
least
twice a week.
Once on Tuesday
Stoking
night,
the
once
fire.
on the pregame podcast. Where it's almost guaranteed.
I'll tell
to
you,
come
the
up.
first time the Broncos allow a 100-yard rusher this season, I'll shotgun a beer. How about that?
You know
It'll
what?
be real.
Done.
It'll be real ugly because I'm
Live
bad
on-
at shotgunning
live
a
on
beer.
show.
Yeah, on the
Yeah,
show.
that's
Yeah,
fine.
it'll be real bad. I'm bad at that, so it'll be
Okay.
All
funny.
right.
Yeah, it's
I'll
gonna
do
be
it with
great.
you because I'm really good at it.
Excellent. Ayla can show me
Yes,
up, and it'll
mostly
be
to
it's gonna
show
be
him up,
perfect.
yeah.
Yes, let's do it.
Love it.
Why else do you guys
Hey.
have me here?
For so many reasons. You're just awesome.
Not just shotgunning beers.
Okay.
Right.
That's
Exactly.
Not
Exactly.
even.
Casey,
Call me
thanks for.
Shaka McGee for nothing.
Do they call you that?
Do they call
Do
you
they?
that?
Sure.
Do they call you that?
Yeah, they all do. All of them. Wait till you see the girl on the show next week. I'm gonna change my name to Shotgun McGee.
You won't.
Shotgun McGee.
You won't.
Everyone's gonna think you're gonna have the passenger seat from now on.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
right.
Pretty much.
And Rich, yes, but if we don't, I'll be shooting you a text over the Twitter. I'll be tweeting in the DMs.
The
Not
site,
the twat.
Side is,
The
side is
twaddle.
fixed. Side is
Side
up.
six. Okay.
It's
All
good
right.
to go.
Okay. All right, boys.
Casey, thanks for joining. Hope we
Yes.
can get you on again here soon, man.
Thanks, Casey. Always good to have you.
Seriously, really enjoyed it.
Good man.
Nothing like talking Broncos,
Right? Exactly.
No,
Jared, David, Ayla, Wally, you're awesome.
Peace out, y'all.
Anytime, guys. Anytime.
Yeah.
Awesome. Perfect.
Awesome.
Go
Have a good night,
Broncos.
y'all.
Hey,
You guys enjoy
Go
the night.
Broncos.
Go Broncos,
Oh,
guys.
wait a minute. There it is.
let's ride. Let's ride.
Let's
Let's
ride.
Let's ride.
Go
Say
Broncos.
let's ride.
Jared, let's ride.
Go Broncos.
Okay.